flip that on.
15-year-old Shakima Johnson says she didn't know anything about the Nova Scotia Home for Colored Children until she got a virtual experience, even though it's located across the street from her family's church.
I really just thought it was just a home. I was like, they're doing good in the community, but I didn't know that they actually did that much harm to children who didn't deserve it.
It's something that went on for decades, for generations.
Tony Smith, a fair-skinned black child, was one of them.
And there was a very traumatic experience that I witnessed, my friend taking a beating that ended up causing his death. And the way that the home covered it up, it made me feel that they can do whatever they want to you, that my life is nothing.
Smith helped launch a class action lawsuit that resulted in settlements totaling $34 million in 2014. The premier issued a public apology and launched a restorative inquiry. This pilot project in 2 high school classrooms is part of that commitment.
The inquiry was designed to help people learn and understand the history of the home, its significance for the province, and how we come to understand central issues around systemic racism and the way forward for the province.
Oh, it feels like you're in the house.
The virtual reality experience allows you to hear from 3 former residents of the home.
I was 5 years old.
They tell stories of emotional, physical, and sexual abuse, but also talk about people who try to help them.
Ms. Johnson, who was the cook at the home, and she would always sneak him a bread and butter on the ledge because she knew he was always hungry.
Well, doing the project made me feel really connected to my culture.
The 2-week curriculum provides time for the students to share their feelings.
You can read a book, but you're never actually going to understand it until you really see it and get to you're not really ever going to experience what they experience, but you kind of get to see what their life was like.
It's very empowering, and it's something that I'll never get tired of.
There are plans to implement the program in schools across the province. Kayla Hounsell, CBC News, Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia.